I mean, there has to be some sort of, resolution to their dynamic because I feel like things are beginning to get a little bit out of hand, overboard, especially when it comes to the Sweet Tea and Dr. Gregory of it all. I feel like, especially now that Phaedra has truly, departed, married to medicine, I feel like now Sweet Tea is truly on an island by herself, and she really has no quote unquote allies with her. So you can tell a lot of times she feels unrelatable to the ladies, and I don't know if it's just due to her being the youngest, and of course the ladies being older than she is. Um, Maybe that's where the disconnect comes in. But I really feel like this is my thing too, and this is why I value Toya and what she stated, right? Because I feel like Sweet Tea was a pawn. Sweet Tea was a pawn to get a rise out of Quad, and I'm saying that because during the time that they decided to bring Sweet Tea on, I feel like there was friction between Quad and the ladies. So to me, I feel like it's that tit for tat, right? Because there was friction with Quad and the ladies, and the ladies were not really being accepting to Quad, her being within the dynamic. I felt as if they decided to come up with some sort of plan, and to be honest, I feel like it was more so Dr. Heavenly. She was the one that decided to befriend Sweet Tea, and that was then. So you fast forward, look at their relationship now. But she decided to befriend Sweet Tea to bring her onto the platform so there could be a major shakeup and it could cause friction with Quad. And, I feel like that's a true example of being a mean girl. And again, like I said, you fast forward and now it kind of blew up in her face, and you can somewhat hear Dr. Heavenly because she did pretty much bring that up. You know how now looking back, it was wrong for her to invite Sweet Tea and into the group and the dynamic of the women, because now look at the outcome of everything. And so, but my thing is, yeah, you're saying that now because you are no longer friends with Sweet Tea, but it just poses the question: if you and Sweet Tea were still in a good place, would you still have that thought? Like, or would things be the total opposite? Would you now be having friction with Quad if you were still, in good terms with Sweet Tea? It's just really hard to say. You know what I mean? So it pretty much it makes you question if Dr. Heavenly is genuine, when it comes to her actions and the things that she does, like, or is she just doing things just to keep us engaged in the franchise? I don't know, but sometimes you have to really, really think before you divulge any type of action, right? Because that depending on the severity of the action, there's gonna be consequences, and sometimes it leaves the dynamic in dismay. It could really, things could really erupt, and it could really cause a wedge, not only within the dynamic of the women, but sometimes depending on the severity of things, it could cause havoc for the show. You know what I mean? So it's just one of those things that I get that they are wanting to maintain the drama. I understand that they are wanting to keep us engaged and keep the ratings up, but sometimes you have to question your integrity when it's all said and done. And I feel like that's where and don't get me wrong, I love me some Dr. Heavenly, but I feel like that's where she falls short, and that's where the accountability needs to come in. Like, you need to start taking accountability of all these things that have been transpiring, and to know that you do play. You may not play 100%, but there's a high percentage of a part that you play in it. And sometimes, again, you just have to ask yourself, like, is what you have concocted, is it worth it at the end of the day? But just looking at the final moments of last episode for Married to Medicine, no one was really on good terms, and it's really up in the air as to where the dynamic lies between the ladies. But I mean, look, there are a few more episodes into the finale, so let's just see exactly how this all plays out going into the reunion. For more information like this plus more, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to like and comment as well. And a new episode is coming your way this week.